deal with the basic concepts of chemistry. First of all, we need to understand what is chemistry. Actually, chemistry is a branch of science. Of course, we know that it's a branch of science. So, it deals with composition, properties, and reactions of a substance. Okay, so composition means what that substance is made of. Okay, so that is what composition is. Property can be of two types, like physical and chemical. While reactions, we know that chemistry itself deals with a lot of chemical reactions, right? When two substances come in close contact with each other, if they are reactive to each other, they will obviously react. Okay, so that is what dealt within chemistry, like composition, properties, and reactions of substances. Okay, so chemistry can be defined as it is the branch of science which deals with composition, properties, and reactions of a substance. Okay, so we know that every substance is made of matter. Okay, and we need to understand what is matter. We know that matter is anything which has got mass and it can occupy space also. So, anything which has got mass and can occupy space can be termed as matter. You know that the occupying of the space is also known as volume. So, volume is the space occupied by any substance. Okay, if we are calling like this is the volume of that substance, means that is the space occupied by that substance. And mass means it is the amount of particle present in a body. So, mass of a body means amount of particle present in a body. So, that is the definition of matter, and we know that every substance is made of matter, okay, including us. Okay, and matter can be classified. Matter can be classified physically, like according to the physical state. We call them as solid, liquid, gas, plasma, etc. And chemically, matter can be classified into two, mixtures and pure substances. Next, we can deal with mixtures and pure substances. So, here we can see that matter can be classified into mixtures and pure substances. Mixtures can be further classified into two. First one is homogeneous mixtures and second one is heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, and pure substances can be further divided as elements and compounds. So, homogeneous mixtures means mixtures which has got uniform composition throughout. Uniform composition throughout means it is having equal distribution of particles throughout that mixture. Like we can't see where the other one is. Like if we mix salt in water, we won't be able to see where the salt went. So that kind of mixture is a homogeneous one. The example for homogeneous mixtures are salt water, sugar water, alcohol and water, alloys. You know that in alloys there will be metal and other substances are mixed together. There we can't see where the metal and other substances, it is uniformly mixed. Heterogeneous mixture, obviously you know they will be having a non-uniform composition. Okay, example like colloids and suspensions. Colloids, we know milk is a colloid, starch water is a colloid. Suspension, like if we are mixing, if we are trying to mix chalk powder in water, that is suspension. It won't settle, it won't be like dispersed uniformly. It will settle down after some time. Okay, so that kind of particles, or if we mix with salt and sand. If we mix salt and sand, they won't mix uniformly, but that's a mixture obviously, but they won't mix uniformly. So that kind of mixture is known as heterogeneous mixture. And next we can move to the pure substances, and the Pure substances can be classified into elements and compounds, and we know that the elements are substances which is made of same type of atoms, and compounds are substances which are made of same type of molecules. Okay, so that is the major difference between elements and compounds. Elements means we know that we have seen element like gold, its formula is Au. So if you are taking 24 karat gold out there, it is just having gold atoms. Okay, and if you are taking hydrogen, element hydrogen out there, it is just having hydrogen atoms. Okay, so that is what element is. While compounds means water. Water is a compound, and it is just having water molecules throughout, like H2O molecules will be there everywhere in water. Okay, so that is what a compound is. So elements are having just same type of atoms, while compounds are having same type of molecules. Okay, now we can see what is the definition of atoms, molecules, compounds, etc. First of all, we can see atoms. I think whenever we hear chemistry, everyone will be thinking about atoms only. They will be like, oh, atoms. So that is something related to chemistry. We all know that. And the atoms are actually the smallest particle. Okay, atoms are the smallest particle which can take part in a chemical reaction. Okay, so atoms are the smallest particle which can take part in a chemical reaction. That means at least an atom is required to carry out a chemical reaction. Fine. Now the next one is a molecule. Okay. So the definition of molecule is that molecule is the smallest particle which can exist independently. Okay. So atoms of all the molecules can't exist independently. Okay. Only that noble gas can exist independently. Okay, so atoms of noble gases can exist independently, like neon, argon, helium, etc. They are independent. So for them, both atom and molecule contain just one atom. Okay, while other atoms like H2, O2, Cl2, etc. they all they will be having atoms combined to form molecules. So they can't exist independently as atoms. So they formed molecule for their existence, and molecules are the smallest particle which can exist independently. Okay. Now comes compounds. Compounds, we know that atoms combine like H2O. This is a compound, right? Here atoms combine in a fixed ratio. Atoms of different elements combined in a fixed ratio to form compounds. For example, when hydrogen and oxygen forms water, its ratio by number of atoms will be 2:1. 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combined to form a water molecule. And the same hydrogen and oxygen can combine with each other to form hydrogen peroxide too. So when they form hydrogen peroxide, the ratio here is a bit different. You can see that, right? It is like 2:2. That means 1:1. Okay, that is the ratio by number. Now, usually in chemistry, we consider ratio by mass. We know that the mass of hydrogen is 2, and the mass of oxygen here is 16. So it will be like 1:8. And here hydrogen is again 2 at 1. For 1 hydrogen the mass is 1.008. So we have rounded it off as 1. And for 1 oxygen it is 16. So here 2 hydrogen and 2 oxygens are there. So it will be 2:32. So it is like 1:16. Okay. So you can see that the ratio by number and ratio by mass both are different. Even though the elements are same here, the ratio of formation or the ratio of combination is different. So as the ratio of combination differs, the type of the compound formed will also differ. You can see that water and hydrogen peroxide are entirely different from each other. We can drink water. Water is non-toxic, non-poisonous, while hydrogen peroxide is not. We can't consume hydrogen peroxide. It is toxic. Okay. So that is the basic terms in chemistry, like atom, molecule and compounds. So I'll repeat it once again. Atoms are the smallest particles which can take part in a chemical reaction, while molecules are the smallest particle which can exist independently, and compounds are particles which are formed when atoms of different elements combine in a fixed ratio. Okay, so that is the basic things of chemistry. Now we can deal with the rest of the basic things in the next video. Okay, thank you.